Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and it's another Art Before Breakfast. It's only 7:30 my time, but I have been up since 5:30, and boy, I got a lot done. But I wanted to come on and do an Art Before Breakfast, and I promised I would go back to my grungy roots today. So I have got this folded over, and this is a journal page. I'm going to make a journal page with a decoration here, and I don't know what all we're going to do, but we'll do it. So good morning, everybody. For my subscribers, welcome back. You know I appreciate you greatly. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy and come along for the ride and enjoy it, and hopefully you'll think about subscribing. All right, and everybody, as we go through the video, if you like what you're seeing, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps with YouTube, and I would much appreciate it. All right, I'm going to start by doing just a little stenciling on this page. Not a lot, and I kind of like the hexagons. We'll get some that go off the page. So I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I have been so darn busy lately. It's been great. I love being that busy, but life is just crazy busy. All right, let's see. Do something there. A little something here. This just kills the little daubers going over these stencils. This stencil is, I'll tell you which one it is. It's got all kinds of great little patterns on it, and it's from Sean Pettit, P-E-T-I-T-E. She does weekly. She's more into the mixed media. That's how I ran across her. But she does a video throughout the week periodically, but then she always does on Sunday sort of an inspirational video. So you might want to check her out. No, I don't want to put anything else. I don't want to clutter it up. All right, so we've got a little bit of, and I don't know if this one has a number or a, it's just, if you go to her website, she sells these. All right, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to put some book page down the edge, but underneath it I want to put a strip of this fabric so that it sticks out and gives it a little bit of color. Again, kind of going back to my more grungy roots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this edge off because I want it to go all the way out to the writing. I don't want to have any white space. This was a piece out of an old vintage magazine, and what I've been doing, because I don't want to necessarily use up my vintage magazines, so what I have been doing is putting them on the copier and copying them onto coffee dyed paper. That way they look old, they're crinkly, and you know, I get that vintage look. So let's see, I want to put this, oops, I'm going exactly the wrong way. I want to go about there. And I don't need it all the way down. I only need to go to about here. And then, let's see, how far over do I want it to go? About here, about the middle of that brown flower. All right, so let's rip this and get it ready so I know the size piece I'm going to use. This is such pretty fabric. I love it. One of my favorites. I get favorites and then I'm sad when they're all gone. But what I do when I sell fabrics, and then the little pieces that are left after I, cut out all the fat quarters, I will take the leftover pieces and let's go this way. That cut is a little bit straighter. And then I use those for my own. All right, so let's put some Fabri-Tac on there. Now, my sewing machine is out of commission right now. Otherwise, I probably would have just tacked this down and then sewed it on. But my sewing machine is out of commission at the moment. It's not broken, it's just not. I was doing some other type of sewing for real life, and it's not set up. It's not set up for doing this. So I'll put this on here. There we go. And then this piece, take this off the bottom. Oh, come on. Come on. And I'm going to tear it what I need for the top, and then I'll cut it off on the side when although I may not want to do that. I may want to have a little bit of that. Nope. I'm just going to cut it off at the edge. All right, so we're going to go in about like that. I want a good bit of that showing. So let's put this down. Thank you guys for watching my art before breakfast. I'll have to next week get back to, or not, well, it's only Wednesday. Maybe I can get back to doing some live sessions. I've just had a lot to do. I had a couple Etsy orders I had to get out this morning, but I was up so early. Well, I woke up at 3:30 originally. And hubby was up as well, and so we got to talk, and we actually both woke up about 3:30. We were up at the same time. I was watching some videos, and he saw that, and he woke up, and we got to talking, and then went back to sleep. And then at 5:30, I woke up for good, and decided just to get up and start my day. There we go. There's no sense dragging it out, right? If you can't sleep, you can't sleep, so you might as well get up and get some stuff done. And I knew I had those Etsy orders to go out, so all right, let's cut this off. And that's about as far as I got in my planning. Was thinking I would get that on there, and we'll ink up the whole thing around the outside when I'm done. All right, so what do I want to put on here? We could put a pocket with a tag in it. I don't want to do a belly band because I've already got the vertical strips of fabric and, oh, you know what I could put on there? Hang on. I gotta get it. I have all of these antique laces. You know, wait a minute before we do that. Well, let's see if I have a real thin one that I could put down the... That's too light. Yeah, those aren't going to show up on that. I've got these pieces, and I love these. I love using them. I love making them. They're just ruffled pieces of paper that... Oh, look at that. Isn't that just cool? This was from you know, one of those spiral notebooks that you tear the pages out. We could put that right in the middle, or I could put it down here, and then I could put one of my little clusters up here for a page tag. How about that, if I can find my little clusters? I'm not sure I remember what I did with them, unfortunately. Well, I'm just going to put it in the middle, and then if I want to add a page tab, then I can do that. But I'll go ahead and just put this in the middle. So I like that. I like that a lot. So I just take, like I had taken a bunch of pages out of this little notebook. This was actually a receipt book. And I tore out some of the receipts, and it left this ratty edge, you know, along the side here. And so I just folded it up, made a ruffle out of it, and then sewed it down the middle with a little, I took a little strip of paper and put over the top of it. Can you see that in the middle of the straight line? That's actually an extra piece of paper. Sometimes I put fabric in them. Sometimes I don't ruffle them. Sometimes I just do them straight. There we go. So yeah, here's one that's ruffled. Here's one that just is the paper with a zigzag stitch on it. And I use these for a lot of things. I'll use them as a page border, ink them up. One of my favorites, and I may have used it all up, is, oh, I don't see it here now. I think I used it all up. Is a little piece of coffee dyed. Oh, here's a coffee dyed with some little ribbon on it. And see, we could make like a page tab with just that. But yeah, I just either leave them straight or I ruffle them, and it's about time to make a bunch more, I think, because I've used up, there's some fun ones, just about everything I have, and it's a great way to use up scraps. If I could somehow film at my sewing machine, I don't have a camera set up that lets me easily do that. But if I could, then maybe we could film doing some of these and I could show you how. Now see, this strip would make a great, I'm gonna have to keep that, put some little fabric on it, and that will make a great book page. A book page. So will this one. This will just be a little thin one. All right. So we've got that. Now, what else do I want on here? Should we look at some of the Tim Holtz stuff? Or maybe I could put a pocket and then a tag, like a corner pocket. And I do believe, if I could only find them, that I have some already made up. There they are. And this is the problem with doing things just off the cuff, is that I oftentimes have to get up and go get things. So let's go to the pocket section of this. Pockets. There we are. I have this in sections, and so here are my pockets. So I just need to find something, and I wanted something not just straight across. I think I wanted it. I have that, but I don't think that's the right one for that page. Huh. I don't really have any triangle cut pockets, so we'll have to make one. But while I'm in here, let's look at a tag that we could put in the pocket. See if I have a kind of a grungy tag. That one's kind of big, but this is a, a big page, so that's a possibility. It's got the right colors. Let's see what else I have. Nope, not that one. I have this lady. Now that fits with the whole grungy theme. I think she's the one. I think she is it, because that really fits with the grungy. Now I just cut out, hang on. I don't tend to buy a lot of digitals anymore, because I buy them, I print them once, and then I forget about them and they just sit. But when I get those little emails about, oh, you have a freebie, I will cut them out, or I will print them and use them. And I think there might be, these are all freebies that I have downloaded. And I thought, yeah, here we go. I thought there were some that were, how about, but I really wanted it diagonal. I really, really did. So let's make one. If I don't have one, we'll have to make it. I have books, and yeah, none of that really fits. So the freebies didn't work, but we can certainly make one, and maybe even out of I'm just thinking here for a minute. There was a triangle, but the colors didn't work. All right. I was wondering if I could take one of these and cut it off. Let's try that. Now, I like this one because it stands taller. Let's try that, and I'll have to back it, but so if you guys haven't been watching the freebies, there are certain people that do them. And you may find some of their digitals that you like as well, because most of them do have paid digitals, but every now and again they'll throw something out free. And I try to use those when they do. All right. Those over with the other. All right, so if we put this on here, oh yeah, I like that. It'll cut off that crown, and then we can put her in. Although, yeah, let's do this. I've got a piece of file folder here, and let's put down this and back it with the file folder so that it'll hold up to being a pocket. Because by itself, this was pretty flimsy. It was just done on copier paper. I think I've been using presentation paper to make it a little bit thicker. But even at that, it's still not thick enough to hold up as a pocket. All right, so there's that. Let's put the cap on the glue so it doesn't dry out. Put this away. All right. I think what I want to do is tear this if I can, and I think I can. And then put her in like that, and I could move this in a ways. What do you guys think of that? It's back to my grungy style, that's for sure. And then we could put a little something else on the pocket if we wanted to. But yeah, I like her grunginess. All right, I'm going to put this down with Fabri-Tac because it's a little heavy with that card on it, and I'm just going to go a little tiny bit up the side so it doesn't pull up. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge with this. And we'll let that set for just a minute, and now I have this great piece that I can use. But this goes in here like this. And what do we need? Do we need something up top? I don't know that we do. I probably need something here, like a label maybe? Here are some definitions. We could put a definition on there. Leaf, a horticulture. I think these are all a woodland. Yeah, I guess we could use one of these. It's not really, this isn't really a botanical. Yeah, I think I don't want to use that. How about something like that with, I've got these Tim Holtz tickets. Those are kind of big. Let's see if I have some smaller ones in my Tim Holtz box here. see what I have in here. Admit one. Keep this ticket. No. These are all kind of big. I don't think I want these. But I do have this little pack of all kinds of stuff. There for a minute. Let's see. I'm sure there's something in here I could find to back that little label. Get to some of the smaller stuff here. We could put some stamps on there. What do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? Maybe one more little piece? Not that. See what I've got for little tiny pieces in here. Don't have a lot of real tiny, but you know what I could do? I could put a little piece of this fabric sticking out on the side to tie it all in. That might be the ticket, actually. Let's try that. Let me get... Oh, I've got this little piece right here on the edge. What about something like that? Not so sold on that. How about we come over to this side? We'll put those kind of sticking up at an angle. Okay, what about that? Not sold on that either. Let's ink this up and let me think about it. I have another idea. I have another idea. That I think will be better, and I think this is brown, so it obviously doesn't need to be inked, except that the paper is white right around the edges. So all right, so I want to glue these two together the way they're going to go, and I think just like this. Was debating which one to use. I don't have two hands to take the lid off of the glue stick, and I thought Fabri-Tac was a little overkill, so we'll just use this. Now, what I have is some cheesecloth, and how about if we put some cheesecloth under it? All right, that's really grungy, which is good. That's what I want. Grunge. All right. Not quite enough on the cheesecloth. I need to get a little bit more. That I pulled a little too grungy. Holy cow, it's got to be just right. You know, when you're creating something, you got to look at it and say, yep, that's it. That's what I was talking about. And yep, that's it. That's what I was talking about. All right, so put down a little Fabri-Tac right in the middle here to hold it down, and then I can go around and tack down the other bits when I'm all done. Put a little Fabri-Tac around here. And I think I wanted this to go up a little farther up here. There we go. That's it. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I know I have one guy in the UK who watches me. And Mike, I'm giving you a shout out if you're watching this. I appreciate your support. I enjoy having you in my live streams too. So look at that for a page. And then it opens up. I don't know if we need something here, but you know, I'm not going to put anything on there right now because I don't know for sure how I'm going to use this. But I really like that. What do you guys think? Good page for a grungy journal? Is that grungy enough to get me back to my roots? Have I redeemed myself after all of those frilly pages, kind of a shabby chic look I've been doing lately? Have I redeemed myself? I hope so, because I really am a grungy girl at heart. I don't know, I just got in a mode where I was doing that other stuff, and it really doesn't matter, because if you're creating journals for other people, not everybody likes grungy. And I tend to put different styles in the same journal. My journals are very eclectic, so you might find a shabby chic piece in a grungy journal or vice versa. My journals are very eclectic. I will follow a theme sometimes, but not necessarily a style. Unless I'm just really making a shabby chic journal, which I've never done. All right, there we go. All right, folks, it is 32 minutes, about the right time to end. And then this, and what I might end up doing with her is just putting a topper on so it comes out the top. Put a topper on the tag. But for now, I'm going to leave it and wait and see what I do with it when I put it in a journal. So there she is, my grungy journal page, art before breakfast, and I'm ready to go complete my day now. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting me. I'm so very appreciative. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.